Good to go?
Okay, call the meeting to order, and I'll call for the adoption of the agenda of the 87th meeting.
So moved.
It's been moved by Councillor Dyson Edmonds. Do I have a seconder?
Compton Hobbs.
Seconded by Councillor Compton Hobbs. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, Councillor Bakey. Motion carried. Okay, multi-year capital works project submission to Department of Municipal and Provincial Affairs. We have
Two for that one.
two recommendations to bring forward. Who will read the recommendations?
I will read the first one, Mayor.
Okay.
Municipal Services Committee recommends that the list of projects appended be approved under the 2020-2023 multi-year capital works program. Provincial government funds approved under this program are $2,044,698. Municipal Services Committee recommends that funds be reallocated. Hold on now.
Well,
That was your first one.
You already did the
Oh,
first
sorry.
one.
Okay. It's been moved by Councillor Cran. Do I have a
I'll second
seconder?
it.
Been moved by Councillor Dyson Edmonds. Are there any comments on the recommendation brought forward? Town engineer, would you want to elaborate?
Thank you, Mayor. First project is D42 pump house upgrades, and this will be a complete overhaul of the D42 reservoir pumps and controls. Second, that cost is total cost is $1,673,250, with the provincial share being $1,104,345. Second project is the canal upgrades. As everyone is aware that there's been considerable flooding up around the Mitchell-Pottle area. These funds in the amount of $286,450 will widen the canal as well as deepen it and clear out some of the, put it on a better grade, and put in an additional culvert down on Court Royale also at a deeper depth. It will also allow for a study up beyond Mitchell because I know we see that we're having other groundwater that's migrating down through Kellen Drive and across towards the Rendell Street area. So this will also encompass a study for that particular area also.
Thank you.
Yeah, also we have a Kellen Drive paved parkway, which is alongside of Kellen from Heffler to Churchill Road, and that cost is $495,500 with provincial share at $229,701. And that's it for the multi-year capital works 2023, just a program.
Deputy Mayor Pomeroy.
Yes, Town Engineer, how quick can the work begin on the canal upgrades? As is an urgent matter that people are trying to deal with. Is there anything that you can give us an idea when work can start?
The intent is to get the design done on this as soon as possible. I'm in the process. I have calls into transportation and infrastructure to get the design finalized and see if we can get this proceeding on an emergency basis.
Okay, so you're hopeful we'll hear something within a few days?
Within a few days, yes, Deputy Mayor.
Thanks.
Also to Mr. Engineer, that we've also been informed now of some flooding on Randall Street as well. I think it's the first time ever that people have experienced water in the basements, and it's good to see that council took this very seriously, and we moved. For those who are listening, we had to present our case to the provincial government to reallocate some of the funds that we had there. And certainly that the Kellen Drive parties that a lot of people have come to us over the years, and it's good to see that we're moving ahead with the paved walkway on Kellen Drive. So, council did listen, and certainly that, people can be well aware that we take the flooding very seriously up around Mitchell and Pottle. And we will be hiring a person to do a study, look into it, and to find a good solution. Are there any further questions or comments on the recommendation brought forward? There being none, all in favor? Aye. Thank you, Councillor Thank you, Councillor Bakey. Motion is carried. Okay,
Okay, Municipal Service Committee recommends that funds be reallocated for a list of projects appended under the 2014-2020 multi-year capital works program. The total provincial funds available under these programs are $224,159.56.
I'll second that.
it's been moved by Councillor Cran, seconded by Councillor Dyson Edmonds. Are there any questions or comments Councillor will want to make? Town Engineer Dillon?
Yes, Mayor. We've had from the previous two multi-year capital works programs, we have $224,159 remaining, as noted by Councillor Tremblay. These funds will enable us to do a traffic study, complete a traffic study, particularly up around the Loring Drive, Hamilton River Road area, with a recommendation for a proper set of traffic signals with pedestrian walkway, pedestrian lights and so on. And as well as to look at the Kellen Drive, Hamilton River Road intersection to see maybe if we need another set of lights there, that could be coordinated with the Loring Drive intersection. Anyway, that's something that will be evaluated under this particular study. We also require depot ventilation upgrades in the amount of $230,000, with provincial share of $127,947. This is required under the Occupational Health and Safety Act for the safety of our employees, so that the intention is to have this completed this summer. We also, over the last year, we've had some development over around Justin Avenue, and it was realized that the last couple of rainstorms, particularly Christmas time and during the recent spring thaw, that we had significant storm water issues in this particular area. So there's been $50,000 allocated to correct that particular problem.
Are there any further comments, Councillor Pomeroy?
Town Engineer, just with respect to storm water improvements, storm sewer improvements, are there other projects that will take place this summer as well that's been identified for making improvements to?
There'll also be two projects, one up on Abbott and one on McDonald, that will be constructed. Actually, they'll be constructed under the Johnson construction project.
Mr. Dillon, with respect to Kellen Drive extension and the whole upgrading of the road and walkway, I believe that you're going to be working with our PR manager to do a public service announcement just to advise the public that the construction is underway.
Yeah, that's right, Councillor. There'll be, I will be discussing the whole matter of the future construction for the summer with the PR within the next day, hopefully this afternoon, tomorrow morning. And we'll have a PSA issued to the residents advising of the what construction is scheduled, and we'll let the residents know in this regard.
And I just think it's a good thing today that we're, like the mayor said, we've heard the concerns from the residents of Mitchell and Pottle in that area, and we've all never seen the water that we're seeing up there this year. So I'm happy that we're all on the same page with moving this forward as quickly as possible to try to find a solution. As well, Mr. Dillon, the information that'll be collected with regards to the traffic light situation up at Loring Drive and the Hamilton River Kelland extension as well. We've heard a lot of concerns with both those intersections without crosswalks. And the Churchill intersection on Hamilton in front of the college has been a huge issue as well. So we're getting a lot of people who want to know if there's going to be a plan in the future for traffic lights in that area. But it's good to know that there will be a study going. Do you anticipate a timeline for that to be completed?
Is anticipated it will be completed this summer. And we do have funds in reserve under our 2023 multi-year capital works program depending upon what the cost of the recommendations are.
Exactly.
So it is recognized that these are major safety issues at these intersections that really need to be addressed.
All right, just one more point on that, Mr. Dillon, because we brought it up in a meeting recently. You were gonna check, I think, with Works and Transportation to see if it was possible to put in, for a short-term solution, a crosswalk possibly away from the lights for the pedestrians in that area of like the hotels and so on up there. I don't know if you had a chance to meet with them or discuss it, or?
Another policy of Transportation Works is not to put in crosswalks where you cannot go from a safe zone to a safe zone. So I know in that particular area, there are so many parking lots and areas where you really can't get from a safe zone to a safe zone unless you go, a fair distance away. And so that's the issue with that particular area. It's really hard to put in a safe crosswalk that will, be functional for the people who want to cross in that area. So that's why a proper set of traffic signals with pedestrian crossing lights in that area is so.
So the study will determine how best to move forward on that. But the other one we talked about was the crosswalk up by Skipper Joe's. The town can do that one, right?
We can do a crosswalk, if it's
Yeah.
if it's in a proper location, sure.
Just for the public that's listening, because it's been a concern for many years, so just happy that we're able to get a study completed on it.
Sure.
Thank you, Mr. Dillon, and, again, it's good to know that, we are addressing the concerns and that we've got money allotted for this year, and we do have money in allotments in years to come where certain this kind of situation can be addressed, and hopefully we can provide safe crosswalks through our community. And again, the part of Callan Drive and the water study, is all important. It's all part and parcel of us council trying to do the right thing and move forward. So to see the allotment of funds and the study that's come, look forward to a quick, but not just a quick study, but a study that will really outline how we can solve problems, not just this year, but as we move forward. Are there any further questions or comments on the resolution put forward? There being none, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you, Councillor Bakey. Motion carried unanimous. Okay, I do believe it's that Councillor Bakey is going to read the next resolution. Okay, Councillor Bakey, can you read the next resolution, please?
Thank you, Your Worship. The Finance Administration Policy Committee recommends that a check in the amount of $303,027.23 be approved for payment to Pablo Incorporated for progress payment number 26.
It's been moved by Councillor Bakey, seconded by Deputy Mayor Pomeroy. Are there any questions? Town Engineer, same as any major project, I guess that there is a holdback that the town will have. Like, this is not the final payment that will be made to Pomeroy. Can you inform us if there is additional funds there that any council holds back funds for a certain period of time until we make sure that all the all the deficiencies certainly has been taken care of?
That's correct, Mayor. We have approximately $500,000 remaining held back for deficiencies associated with the project. We also have our mechanics lien holdback, which is 10% of the value of the project. That is also held back. So after substantial completion, when the date on that has been finalized, which is in discussion right now, is pretty well finalized. A month following that, the contractor will be do his mechanics lien holdback, and then we'll release the deficiency holdbacks as according as the deficiencies are completed.
And again, just briefly, do you have a rough date as to when the town might look at the opening of the Wellness Center?
Yes, Mayor. The opening is still tentatively set for the end of June. and we're still heading towards that target date.
Are there any further questions regarding the motion put forward? There being none, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion carried unanimous. That being the only items on the agenda, I call for a meeting to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second. Moved by Councillor Compton Hobbs, seconded by Councillor Dyson Edmonds. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Motion carried unanimous. Meeting is adjourned.